Michael here, back for another awesome week in LEGO news. Ultimate Collector Series Hogwarts Express, Avatar set details, Nano Gauntlet and Advent calendars, June promotions, and what's the deal with LEGO raising prices? And I'll kick off another round of the weekly giveaway. Just subscribe and leave a comment about this week's news. And of course, I'm back with LEGO deals from Amazon and across the web, so if you want to pick anything up to support the channel, there's links in the description below. First, the LEGO Creator 3-in-1 Majestic Tiger is 16% off. Next up from DC, the Batmobile Penguin Chase is 20% off. And from Marvel, they've got the Infinity Gauntlet, Iron Man figure, Garganto Showdown, and Wolverine mech armor sets for 20% off. From Monkie Kid, the legendary Flower Fruit Mountain is 15% off, and the Spider Queen Arachnoid base is 14% off. And the LEGO Art Hogwarts Crest and LEGO City Town Center are 20% off too. Over at Zavid, the UCS Millennium Falcon is 13% off with code FALCON. And over at Best Buy, they've got most of the LEGO Video Beat Boxes for over 50% off. And over at LEGO, don't forget all the June 1st releases are now available, so if you want to pick up any of these sets, the deals are more, and support the channel, there's links in the description below. Next up, thanks to TalkBricks, we've got all the details for the upcoming line of Avatar sets that's said to be announced at LEGOCon. First up, we've got Neytiri and Thanator versus Amsuit Quaritch. This set contains 560 pieces and is set to retail for $45. You'll of course remember these mech suits from the movie, and I think this would make a great set. The mech is said to be built in a gray color and include this sword weapon. A build for the Thanator will also be included with a brand new piece for the head mold. This set will include a minifigure for Colonel Miles Quaritch, as well as a figure for Neytiri, and to set these ones apart, there'll be new head molds as well as new hair accessories. And to create the height difference, they're actually bringing back the longer arms and longer legs like we saw in the original Toy Story line, which is so exciting. Next, we've got Jake and Neytiri's first Banshee flight with 572 pieces retailing for $55. There will be two Banshees included in the set, one in blue for Jake and one in teal for Neytiri, both of which will have new head molds, brick-built bodies, and fabric foil-style wings. Included, there'll be a minifigure for Jake in his avatar form and Neytiri. Next, we've got Floating Mountains, Site 26, and RDA Samson, with 887 pieces retailing for $100. Include, we'll have a build for this Site 26 building, which includes some interior detail to play inside. The SA2 Samson vehicle is also included with those two rotors that can be moved back and forth, and I'm pretty excited about this one. For minifigures, it includes Jake Sully in human form with his yellow wheelchair, as well as Jake Sully in the avatar form. We also got Trudy Chacon, Dr. Grace Augustine, and Norm Spellman in avatar form. And also included is this six-legged dire horse, which will be a new mold, which reminds me a lot of the Thestrals from Harry Potter. Finally, we've got Toruk, Makto, and Tree of Souls with 1,212 pieces retailing for $150. Included will be a build for the large orange Leonopteryx, which is brick build with a new head mold and those foil fabric wings, and reminds me a lot of this fire dragon from Ninjago. The build for the Tree of Souls will be over 7.5 inches high and feature all sorts of elements in white and transparent pink to give it its bioluminescent look. Included, we've got another dire horse, Jake as an avatar, Neytiri, Tsu'Tey, and Moat. The set should all be coming out in October, and I can't wait to get my first look at them at LEGOCon. Also from TalkBricks, we've got details of the upcoming $500 Hogwarts Express Direct Consumer set. This set is said to be much larger at 5,129 pieces and come out in September. The build is said to include a build for the train as well as a large build for platform 9 3/4. And while many like me thought this set would be similar to the Disney train and station and include a full train, full track, and the motorized components, it's said that the build instead will be like a large-scale diorama set and feature even some of the quote plaques like we've seen on the recent Jurassic World and Star Wars ones. The train is said to sit on a track section that's built up on a display plaque that is about 3 feet long, and it's said to be an even more substantial display base than the crocodile locomotive that we see here. Interestingly, the train is said to be limited to the engine, the tender, and one passenger car, though it'll be much larger than the version we see here. The passenger car has 3 compartments which each feature a scene from the different films. One featuring the main 3 characters meeting from the first film with the matching quote, "Has anyone seen a toad?" The next with the Dementor attack from the 3rd film with a quote saying, "I think someone's coming aboard." They think the 3rd scene is from the 6th film, and I'm wondering if it's the scene with Draco and Harry in the invisibility cloak. The build for King's Cross Station is said to feature 1 full arch and 2 half arches on the right and left, as well as a quote saying, "Dad, what if I am put in Slytherin?" The set will include 20 minifigures, including Harry, Ron, and Hermione from the 1st and 3rd movies, Professor Lupin, a Dementor, a Conductor, and the Trolley Witch, Year 5 Draco Malfoy, Harry, and Luna Lovegood, Adult Harry and Ginny and their kids James Sirius, Albus Severus, and Lily Luna, though it sadly means that the adult Ron and Hermione and their children are excluded. And finally, Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw students. This set is set to come out in September, so hopefully we'll hear about it soon, as it really sounds like quite the Harry Potter display piece. Next up this week, LEGO released this statement about prices going up. The price increases are said to start in August and can range between 5 and 25% across new and old sets alike. And the sets you see scrolling here are supposedly the ones that are said to see increases, according to Stonewars. The price increase is said to be due to the increased cost of raw material and operating for many businesses. And while they've absorbed the costs up until this point, as those costs continue to rise, they've taken the decision to increase the price of some of the sets. And if the Stone Wars list is to be correct, it's also interesting how this is not only impacting brand new releases like the Optimus Prime and Ferrari Daytona SP3, but also older releases like the Ninjago City Garden set, which is said to increase by $50. It does seem as if some of those costs are already being baked into some of the recent releases, as the Iron Man Armory set and the LEGO City 4 Plus Farm sets seem to be much higher than people expected. This announcement is of course confusing to many fans, as LEGO's parent company recently announced a $1 billion investment in Epic Games and their efforts with the metaverse. Not to mention that in their recently announced 2021 earnings, they saw a 32% increase in operating profits year over year. The effects of the dynamics of the global economy are clearly impacting everyone these days, and while LEGO is choosing to increase their prices, sadly us as LEGO fans and consumers will also have to make critical decisions about which sets or how many sets we're willing to buy, especially at elevated prices. With all that said, if there are any sets that you see here scrolling by that you're considering purchasing, I highly recommend you consider purchasing them before the price increase in August. But if you're unable to pick them up before then, a lot of these are only going up by $5 or $10, so hopefully that doesn't impact things too much. Next up, this week LEGO also announced the LEGO Marvel Nano Gauntlet with 675 pieces, retailing for $70 on August 1st. The Nano Gauntlet, straight out of Avengers Endgame, looks really exceptional, and I think they nailed some of the shaping on this one, perhaps even better than they did the original Infinity Gauntlet. But that being said, I think they'd make a really nice display together, and they even actually feature the same designs for the Infinity Stones. The shaping of the hand itself looks really nice, and I love all of the added angles and curves, especially the intersection of the palm, plus the posability of the fingers. There's some nice drum-lacquered silver parts, and around each Infinity Stone is actually Indiana Jones' satchel in gold. And on the whole, I think it makes a pretty nice display piece. If you want to pre-order it, it's available right now, and if you want to support the channel, there's a link in the description below. Next up, thanks to LEGO Catalog, we got the reveal of the Forest Hideout promotion, which will be available with purchases over $150 from June 15th through June 22nd. And now with a higher quality look at the photos, the set looks really nice. Included there are two minifigures which are an updated design of the classic Forestman, and both of them look great. I love the look of the Forestman logo on the brown shields and all of the foliage with the updated pieces. And this promo is just a must-have for me. You'll also be able to get the LEGO City Go-Kart Racer with LEGO City purchases of $40 or more from the 7th through the 14th. The LEGO Speed Champions Aston Martin Valkyrie AMR Pro with purchases over $40 from the 6th through the 19th. Plus the LEGO Animal Free Builds Polybag with purchases over $40, and the LEGO Ninjago 2-in-1 Mini Thunder Raider with LEGO Ninjago purchases over $40, both from the 15th through the 30th. And to celebrate 90 years of play, there'll be two new VIP rewards, including the LEGO Logo Through the Years poster and the LEGO Duck Lenticular sticker, which will be available soon. Also revealed in a catalog this week are two new LEGO Technic sets. First up, we've got the Airbus H-175 Rescue Helicopter, which looks pretty cool and features a motor. We've also got the Material Handler with that great claw and pneumatic functions. This catalog also gave us our first look at the Adventures with Peach Starter Course box, plus 3 of the 5 advent calendars. First, we've got the LEGO Harry Potter Advent Calendar, which really doesn't show us too much, but does feature the Tonks minifigure that's coming in the 12 Grimhild playset. On the LEGO City Advent Calendar box, we can see lots of great minifigures, including Santa Claus and this new animal piece for a white pony, like the one we saw in Series 22. And for LEGO friends, there's some great mini dolls and a mini reindeer, plus Santa and a chair for visits. Next up in LEGO Ideas news, there were 4 more projects that hit 10,000 supporters on the platform this week, so let's break them down. First up, we've got LEGO Mushroom House. This really cute build features some forest elves living inside a mushroom. The imaginative world building and colorful designs really help this project stand out, and I love all of the cute details they packed within. And I love how this makes a nice display and playset. Next, we've got the Art Center, which is a very beautiful modular style building, which features a renovated industrial style art center. Just like most of these modular projects, there's so much great technique and detail, and because of the Art Center theme, I love all the interior spaces centered around art, music, dance, and more. The building also features an elevator, and I love how it can be reconfigured to be a longer block. While I certainly think this would make an excellent addition to your modular city, somehow these modular projects don't seem to do that well in the review. Next up, we've got Working Polaroid Sun 600 LMS. Straight out of the 80s, this build really faithfully recreates the iconic camera as well as all of its functionality. Like the LEGO Ideas typewriter, I think this one would make a really interesting display piece and would maybe often fool friends. But that said, there is also another Polaroid project in a previous round of reviews, so we'll have to wait and see how that one does to see if this one has a chance. Next, we've got the World of Civil Engineering Types of Bridges. As the name implies, this project features 7 micro builds of the various types of bridges, including the tied arch, cable stayed, truss, cantilever, beam, suspension, and arch. While the project looks nice, I'm curious if its lack of mass appeal may impact its chances, but as always, we'll have to wait and see. So there you have it, another awesome week week in LEGO news, and for me, I'm most excited about the Avatar rumors. As a huge fan of the movie, I just can't wait to see what LEGO does with it. Not to mention everything that they're going to do with that Harry Potter direct-to-consumer Hogwarts Express sounds awesome. And I don't know if you're like me, but I'm already planning which of those sets that are seeing a price hike I need to pick up early. But who really knows with all that? Be sure to leave this video a thumbs up down below if you're as excited as me, and don't forget to subscribe because I'll be back next Saturday with even more LEGO news. And let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What did you think about all the stories? And which one are you most excited about? And now we've got this week's giveaway winner. Congratulations! And be sure to email me from the About page on my channel so we can coordinate about the prize. And if you want to enter this week's round, just leave me a comment about this week's news. You must be a subscriber to win. And definitely turn on notifications to find out when my next video is posted, because I'll be announcing the winners at the end of some of the videos. That's all the time we've got for today. Thanks, and have a good one! Hey guys, Michael here, clicking to watch last week's video featuring huge reveals from Star Wars Celebrations, including sets from Andor, Kenobi, Fallen Order, and so much more, and don't forget to subscribe.